Yeah, I find these comments very, very interesting. I read a book about 30 years ago called Telematique by Nora and Mink, and they talked about the disruptive consequences of the combination of communication and computerization. Those two linked together provide distance control, and when the world moved from analog to digital, that then began to equalize many disparate fields that were quite separate: banking, insurance, the whole financialization of the economy. So I would just, and I want to say before we sing too many hallelujahs to innovation and change, now that I'm a little older, I respect the ways of the past and the way things, the fact that things have been done is a good reason to keep doing them the same way. And I say that without irony. I've talked to the President, David Saxon, when I was considering signing a bill which would have altered the ability of a teacher to challenge tenure determinations, and opened up some of the records. And it was a quite heated discussion that I had with David Saxon. And he said, you know, the university was here long before the state, and it will be here long after you're gone. So I appreciate the durability of the university and its ways. I won't call them folk ways, but it's a powerful tradition, and half of me very much likes tradition. I do. But having said that, I want to reflect on the post office. The post office is mentioned in our Constitution. It's a veritable institution, but it's being upended by the digital change and the ability to send messages and secure messages through the Internet. I'd also mention newspapers. During the effort here to pass Proposition 30, I went around and visited many newspaper editorial boards, and when you walk down the hall and you see row after row of empty desks with shiny computers there, I don't know whether it wasn't a neutron bomb that eliminated the human personnel there, but it was the world of the Internet. And these great empires, the Chandler Empire, the Los Angeles Times, the Chronicle, the Hearst Empire, are all, no matter how powerful they are, the world of digital communication is upon us. And just while people were talking, I just took my iPhone and I went to Google and I typed in University Education Online. And there's a lot there. We don't have to wait till January or February or March. We get it right now while we're talking. So that's the world we live in. And I'm quite used to checking it out on Google, and it's not just online university education. The Jesuits that I spent my formative years at have their theory of education is embodied in the Ratio Studiorum. And that was the format. It developed in about 1580 in its original form. So I'd always heard about it, but I never knew what the hell it was until I went to Google. And I typed it on, and they have the whole thing in English translation. It's right there. So as you do that a few times, you find out this is the world we're in now. So the newspaper, the post office, the university. We can build the most fabulous buildings. We can have the teachers, professors, all this kind of stuff. But if other people come along and offer the same or better when they want it, you're going to find there's pressure out there. At the same time, this budget that you're talking about projects a 9% increase, as I see it, and in order to keep the fees down, which a very powerful set of groups want to see happen, you got to, and then you need general fund revenue. But in order to validate your 9% growth without raising fees, the state will have to provide you almost 12% every year. Well, our general fund revenues won't meet that goal, plus we have a number of other claimants. So you're in a cost squeeze pressure. That's the pressure out there that I think is going to push us. Now, I know we invoke the term quality and excellence, but those are highly abstract terms that provide no particular guidance as to what we're talking about. So I think we have to get more grounded here. What takes place in a classroom? Are there other equally fine alternatives that are so much cheaper, so much more available, and so much more consistent with where we are? And I'm not going to play cat and mouse. I believe that to be the case. And you see somebody who's in the media business, when the media changes, he either changes or he takes less money at home. We know that. The post office is trying to survive.
I'm already taking less money home, Governor.
Right, and so is the university in some way. So I think what I would like to say, instead of talking the philosophy, because I think we need to get grounded. I know there's going to be some resistance, and I'm a little surprised the student regent is resistant. I thought you were a little more rebellious here. And what we're talking about is disruption. Make no mistake about it. That's what everybody loves to celebrate about capitalism, the creative destruction of the capitalist model. Okay, well, we're going to have a little bit of disruption here. So I would propose that we invite some of the individuals who are pushing this technology. Not that we necessarily have to agree with them, but a university is a place where you can accept ideas whether you like them or not. This is not the time when the regents used to censure people because they were a little too red. So this won't be as threatening, or maybe it will be more threatening than having Angela Davis teach on the campus. But I would like to make a motion that we invite at the next meeting people from Udacity or from 3 or 4 of these individuals who are advancing this, and let them come in and make a presentation, and then let the others, the professors, maybe make a response. And why don't we? So we don't have all that much time. We got a budget. There's a no. I was just asked. I know your terms are shortened. They used to be 16 years here in the Regents, and now they're down to 12. I only got 2 years, so I got to move a little quicker. And I think we ought to have a presentation that would elucidate the issues and the possibilities in a way that you're giving us this presentation on finance. So I'd like to allocate an hour of that for our next meeting, and I'd like to help shape what that is, because we want to make sure we get the most imaginative and the most aggressive people to be here. We don't want to kind of water this thing down before it starts. Let's get some people to come in here and talk, not in the gilded tones of academia, but in the harsh realities of the marketplace and technology. So that's my motion, if you can put it into whatever form it takes to accomplish the objective.
Governor, we don't need a motion as chair. I'll just direct that, Nathan, if you all will, or one of you will pursue that, and we'll just...
So we're going to have an hour presentation with outside people, and the governor asked to participate in shaping that as well, so you will include him.
Yeah, just call me. I'll work on it.